Welcome back to Buzzy's Boaty, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at planning. And believe me, when you're designing a narrowboat, planning is something you get really quite good at very quickly. It's been about 6 years in the making for us since our couple of narrowboat holidays, which really sold the idea to us. And we've changed quite a few things in them 6 years as you really appreciate what you really do need and really what you don't need, because space is a premium on a narrowboat. First of all though, there's a few people asked, where does the name Buzzy's Boaty come from? The channel name. Well, Buzzy is a nickname my stepkids gave me years ago, and it stuck, and I kind of like it. I've always been called Buzzy to them, you know. And Boaty, that's what my wife calls the narrowboat. She can't wait to get me on that Boaty. That's what she says. So Buzzy's Boaty just seemed a natural name for the channel. A few people have also asked about the narrowboat name Tethys, which is quite unique. Again, unfortunately, I can't take credit for that. That was another one of my wife's bright ideas. Tethys, that's from Greek mythology. Tethys was a Titan daughter of Uranus and Gala, and she was the mother of the river gods, which seems quite fitting really, canals and rivers, you know. So that's where the name for the narrowboat come from. Again, my wife's idea, but I think it's really nice, really quite unique. So let's get into how we actually designed this narrowboat. Where do you even start planning a narrowboat? It's a mammoth task and something we'd had no experience of in the past, like most people. So again, like most people, we started looking around on the internet and we found a few really helpful sites. There's plenty out there, but we found a couple that we really liked. We started to use the Fitout Pontoon. We found them very useful. Lots of information about batteries, different types of narrowboats, different fit outs, explaining the terminology. And we ended up ordering their paper plans so that we could actually physically plan our narrowboat to scale, which was a massive advantage because you could really start to appreciate how much room you would have. You could visualize where the sink was going to go, where the toilet and shower were going to go. And it actually came with a lot of useful to-scale cutouts of showers, different size beds, chairs, cookers, that kind of thing. So you could kind of place them on the diagram or the map, the plan, sorry, to actually see where everything went. So it was really useful in that way. We also used a website called Canal Junction, which was really useful. A lot of information on there, from marinas to, again, advice on planning different types of boats. So really good. So armed with that information, we started to actually get our ideas down on paper and change things accordingly. We decided to go for a 57-foot narrowboat because 57 foot is what they say is a go anywhere narrowboat, which means it can pretty much do the whole canal and river network. It's the right length. Anything longer can struggle. Wider will definitely struggle, like narrow wide beams, for instance. The shell design was really quite important. There's many different types of stern, the back bit of the narrowboat, and there's lots of videos on YouTube that explain different designs of sterns, but we decided to go for what's called a cruiser stern. So we've got 8 foot at the back of the boat, which is a great socialising space. It means me, Karon, my wife, and our dog Isla can sit outside and cruise along. We can put some chairs out there. It's a nice social space and nice easy access to the engine below them deck boards as well. At the front of the boat, we decided to go for an enclosed bow being the front of the boat. A lot of people have what's called a well deck, which is like a little seating area you can get into. They have little covers on them and they're good for storage, that kind of thing, but it's a bit of a wasted space for us. That can be internal cabin space. So we've gained about 4 foot. Well, it is 4 foot by enclosing the front and having some nice double glazed windows put to the front. We still have a big storage area in the bow as well. And we've gone for a mixture of what's called hopper windows and portholes. The hopper windows are the big oblong ones. and we've actually gone for double glazed windows as well, just for warmth reasons, and also to cut down on condensation on the boat during the winter months as well. We've also gone for a larger, or specified a larger water tank. It was going to be a 330 litre water tank, I believe, a fresh water tank. We've gone for a 500 litre because we intend to live on the boat. So we're going to be what's called continuous cruisers. So that was really quite important to us as well. So once we'd decided on these factors, we had to really look for a shell builder. And looking round, we initially went with one, changed our minds before they started, and I'm glad we did, because they unfortunately went bankrupt very, very shortly after we pulled out. So that was a bit of a sign, I think. We ended up looking around more, doing a lot of research. My wife, Karon, did a lot of research into what companies were good, what weren't so good, and we decided that we really like the style of shells that Jackson and Sons boat builders design. Really nice lines. They can do the enclosed stern at the back, which is great, stops a bit of wind coming in, and just makes it a little more private. We like the look of it. Nice lines on the boat. The guys themselves are great, really amiable. They will really help you put your dream design into practice. They're really, really nice guys. As a boat fitter, because there's someone else fitting the boat out, fitting the engine and the wood, etc., we went for Lim Marina. And Chris at Lim, we went down and met him, and we liked him straight away. He was so upfront and honest about what he could do. He showed us around the boat. We were really impressed by the workmanship. And he's been upfront about everything through this whole process, which has been going on about a year now, since we contracted him to do the boat. With regards to the layout, well, as you come in the back of the boat off the nice sociable stern area, you've got the first 3 foot are like a little bit of a utility area. And that's where the electrics cupboard is going to be on the left hand side, and on the right hand side that's where our calorifier is, which is basically an immersion heater, hot water tank. We can use this little area for storage, and also for drying out wet clothes, that kind of thing. So it's a really nice sort of useful area. You then come into the kitchen area, or the galley as it's called, and ours is going to be 8 foot long. It will have all the amenities: a full-size washing machine, a gas oven, a gas hob, a 12-volt fridge freezer, plenty of workspace, because my wife loves to cook and I love her to cook. From there we'll go on to our living area, which I believe is 13 foot long. I could be wrong with that, or the saloon is what it's called. And we're going to have a freestanding table and chairs in there. Again, easier to move around. Normally they're fitted, but gives you storage, but we prefer to be able to move things around. Couple of chairs, nice comfortable chairs, and we're going to have a stove, a diesel fired stove called a reflex stove, and we decided to go for that because it runs off diesel from the main diesel tank, so there's no carrying bags of coal or kindling or the dust that is associated with solid fuel appliances. We've had an open fire for many years and you do get a bit dust off them, so we decided to go for diesel this time, and it can remain lit for months on end, no problem at all, so great from that point of view. We then work our way through to our walk-through bathroom, which means you've got to walk through it to get to the bedroom. There's only 2 of us, that's fine. It means you get a bit more space, so it's not wasted by the corridor. We've got a large shower area there, power shower. We have what's called a separating toilet or a composting toilet. I'll explain more about that in a different vlog. And obviously a sink, wash basin, sink storage. We then go through to the bedroom area, which is quite long on our boat. Again, I think that's about 13 foot off the top of my head. Plenty of space for bed, wardrobes, storage, that kind of thing. But also I work from home, so it's a very useful office space. My desk has to go in there with my computer, etc., so I can work from there. And we need very strong Wi-Fi for that purpose, which again I'll explain on a different vlog. So that's it as it stands at the moment. It is at Lim Marina. They have now fitted the engine and all the controls, which is really exciting. They have spray foamed it, insulation along the sides. And next time we see it, which should be in about a week or so, week or two, they will have started to line out the boat in ash-faced plywood. Put the dividing walls in, or the bulkheads as they're called, between the different rooms, the saloon, the bathroom, the bedroom and the utility room. The lights will be in, the electricity cupboard will have the electrics in, the light switches. So really quite excited to go down and see it next time. So please tune in again for the next vlog, and hopefully I'll have plenty of footage to show you of how the boat is moving on, and come along for us with the journey. With regards to some of the sites we've used in the builders and the boat builders, I've put some descriptions in the description area, so you can find them on the internet if you wish, okay, and find them useful too. Okay, so thank you very much for coming along again, everyone. Great to have you along for the journey, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Remember, if you've enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. Take care now. Bye bye.